We're going to see good news in the forecast for our few weeks left in the semester. You're watching Size Eyes on the Skies.
ISU TV's longest running television show brings you the weather around the country in Iowa, Ames, and beyond. The Iowa State Meteorology Department's team of forecasters keeps you ahead of the next weather system. Size Eyes on the Skies starts now.
All right, welcome back to Size Eyes on the Skies. I am joined by Mr. Ryan Alliss. This is our second to the last show, and we have a lot of weather to talk about.
Hell yeah, we do have a lot of weather. We did have that system that just moved through, so there's actually a lot of active weather off to the east right now. It's affecting areas of the Atlantic coastal regions, which is a little unfortunate. There's actually a lot of mixture of weather. We got some severe weather, some actual snow still, and a lot of rain.
And we still saw some of the effects of that system that's causing problems out there. We saw the clouds today. We also saw those gusty winds. So it really did feel cold out there today.
Yeah, this system was actually really strong. It really pulled a lot of cold air in from Canada and really did lower our temperatures. But however, things are looking pretty good. There's this area of high pressure, which I'll show you later, is going to really drag in a bunch of warm air from Mexico.
And that is well overdue. I think.
It is.
I think people are ready for the 80s and the 70s and all the nice weather. Hopefully that comes this week, and I think you will talk about it, and I know Tyler Roney will be talking about it.
I think he does have a surprise for one of our high forecasts coming up. Really good number. I was even shocked to see this number.
And one thing I know about Tyler Roney, let me tell you, he always brings a good surprise.
Most definitely. Tyler Roney does. One of the best we have here.
Oh, really he is. Actually, speaking of that, why don't we just head over to Tyler Roney? Tyler, what's going on?
Thank you for just saying praises over there. That's so kind. No, actually, today was a very poor start to the week. We saw a lot of wind. It was very chilly outside. Another terrible start to a Monday. We saw last Monday was pretty bad too, and now here it is, another Monday. We can't have this for the start of the week. We don't like it.
Mondays are usually awful anyway.
Well, that's true. Let's be fair about it. That's very true. But we are going to take a look at day planner. If we could pull day planner. There it is. Now, if you're out and about tonight at 9 o'clock, it'll be 47, and the winds are still going 15 to 20 miles an hour. So I'd still get a coat on and bundle up out there because it'll be pretty chilly winds. And tomorrow morning, 44 degrees with the winds continuing 15 to 20. And look in the afternoon, 59. Now, that sounds nice and all, but look at the winds, 20 to 25 miles an hour. So once again, another breezy day, but as Ryan Alliss alluded to, there will be a surprise in the extended forecast. We'll keep it hush-hush for now. So
I'm going to wait right here for it.
Oh, don't go anywhere. We'll stay right there.
All right. That sounds great. Now, we're going to take it to a break, and coming up next, Mr. Ryan Alliss with Weather in the News. Here's your almanac. Yeah, you bet you sure. Welcome back to Size Eyes on the Skies. So we're going to go over to Ryan Alliss now, and he has a scoop on what's weather in the news.
Thank you, Matt. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this big system that is affecting the eastern part of the country. Well, first, let's talk a little bit of baseball here. Now, with that rain, we do have a system to impact the MLB. We had the Padres, the Phillies, Braves, Nationals, A's, Yankees, and the Marlins and Pirates. They are all potentially affected by this weather. And actually, I think we do actually have a live... Oh, yes, we do. Here are the actual game postponements right now. Yankees game was actually postponed. No game date has been set yet for that postponement. The Phillies game was also postponed, and yet again, they did not put a new date for that. And the Washington's game was actually delayed, so if any of you Washington National fans, still a chance for that game to go on tonight. And you can go to MLB.com for more information on this to watch game delays, and we'll get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the hotspot, the overview of this system. Now, here's this area of low pressure centered up in Michigan. We got that cold front, very strong cold front, bringing all this cold air down from the north. And we got that very cold temperatures. And with this area of low pressure is bringing up a lot of moisture in the air. And we do have areas of snowfall through much of the Great Lakes region. And we have lots of rain extending up from West Virginia all up into Canada. This is our system we'll watch. It will continue for about another day. It's going to push off the East Coast and things will be over. But unfortunately right now it's affecting much of the Northeast with our baseball games and snowfall. And there's actually a few winter storm watches up here in Michigan and into New York. Now, let's go over to our forecast rain and amounts. We'll go to radar here in just a second. As you see, 1 inch up in Michigan, and this is with some snowfall, so you can expect probably about 8 inches of snowfall for accumulation over here. Fortunately for them, that's going to melt off here soon. Otherwise, this green area is about 1/4 inch of rainfall, and up here into the northeastern domain, about 2 inches. That's about where our maximum is. Now let's go over to radar and take a look at some of the thunderstorms we actually have. Now, the good thing about these thunderstorms is they're like what we call popcorn thunderstorms. They are very small in nature, and they are not rotating. Now, we did have a severe thunderstorm warning out for this storm that actually had some higher reflectivities, which is kind of indicative of hail, but fortunately that is going away. Now, what I want you to go ahead and do is we're going to take a look at higher up in the atmosphere. So if we can go through the tilts, if my radar operator can go ahead and go up in tilts, what you can notice here is these storms are actually staying in the same place. There is no thing called wind shear. Wind shear is what we need for tornadoes. And fortunately, wind shear is very low today, so no tornadoes. Maybe a potential isolated tornado, but things are fine. Now let's go ahead and go back to our graphics computer. Thank you. And we're going to click through and take a look at this system overall. We have this area of high pressure here in the western part of the country, an area of low pressure up here in the northeast. What's going to happen is this area of low pressure has counterclockwise flow, and this high pressure has clockwise flow. So we get this very cold air being pulled by both these systems, creating very cold conditions, and that's why it was cold here. And also, when these systems are close together, we get very windy conditions, because think of it as air likes to move from high to low, or low to high pressure, or high to low, sorry. I'm going to hear that for a while, I'm messing that up. But that's going to happen, creating very windy conditions. But the good thing is this area of high pressure here is going to be pulling very dry, warm air from Mexico up into California, creating a lot warmer temperatures, which we'll show you here in a minute. And the great thing that we love about this is all going to slowly slide to the east, and warm weather is going to persist here in Iowa. Now let's take a look at some of those warmer conditions. First, we'll go into Richmond, Virginia. We'll talk about that rainfall. I'll get out of the way here. It's 72 here today, but we do have those showers and thunderstorms. Fortunately, that'll slide off, and you can start to see the warm up here. 67 on Thursday, and 77 on Friday, and look at that. Yes, 86 on Saturday. So kind of a hint of what's going to happen here in Iowa, but I'm not going to give it away just yet. Lows looking pretty good as well. Low 40s and moving up to 54 there on the weekend. Greenfield, California. This is amazing. Look at this. This is on the west coast of California, so the ocean does affect it. However, 94 for a coastal city. That is amazing. Sunny skies are going to continue through most of the week. Lows looking beautiful. Amazing weather. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and send it back to Mr. Matt Hoffman.
All right, thanks, Ryan. That looks like some warm weather out there. I don't know if we'll be seeing that, but Tyra will let us know later. In the meantime, though, let's take a look at our trivia question. Today's trivia question today is, and it's a good one, let me tell you, how many years could the average hurricane power the United States? Is it A, 2 years, B, 1 year, C, 4 years, or D, 3 years? So think about that, mull it over, and we'll have the answer later in the show. But in the meantime, let's see what the national weather is like with Liz.
Thanks, Hoffman. So we're going to take a look at the national weather and see what's going on around the nation. As we know, we've mentioned many times, we'll look at the weather around Iowa later, but for now we'll take a look at the weather out east. And as you can see, there's that low pressure which is really creating some interesting weather for the East Coast, as Ryan talked about in the weather news. And there's actually like chances of snow back in Michigan and Wisconsin. So they really need to keep an eye out on the weather so that they're not getting like stuck in snow drifts. But luckily that'll all melt off. And then if we take a look at temperatures, 52 in Caribou, 46 in New York, and you can see 60 down in Washington, D.C. So you can really see where that warm front was coming through. And then if we take a look down south, or central, pardon me, and you can see high pressure dominating, pretty nice conditions, a little windy because of the closeness of that high and low pressure systems. But that's not too bad considering we've had decent temperatures today for the month of April. And if we take a look at temperatures, you can really see that cold air making its way down into the United States, with 47 in Minneapolis. But then for the rest of the Midwest, it's pretty much up in the 60s. So there's a really steep temperature gradient from 47 to 63 between Minneapolis and Kansas City. So hopefully we stay warmer. If we take a look down south now, you can see that that low pressure system that was up east is really goes all the way down into Florida and is giving them some rain and thunderstorms as well, although they're not getting the snow like the Northeast is getting. And if we take a look at the temperatures, you can see really nice temperatures pretty much everywhere. 73 over in Raleigh, 76 in Orlando, 81 in Midland. So South is enjoying really nice temperatures for this time of year due to all the warm air that's getting pulled up from the Gulf of Mexico. So if we take a look out west, you can see pleasant conditions again, a lot of wind going on, but pretty sunny, not too cloudy, maybe some scattered showers here and there. So not too much weather going on out west. And if we take a look at the temperatures, pretty steady. 86 down in LA, 80 in Boise, 70 in Seattle, but that's mostly just due to the latitudes that they're on. So pretty average temperatures around the, the west. And if we take a look at the radar, you can really see that storm system out east created by that low. So there's all that snow that Michigan and Wisconsin are getting. And then you can start to see some of the rain that Ryan was talking about earlier in Weather News. And so next we'll take a look at the jet stream, and you can really see, here's where all this cold air is. Now, as you know, the cold air is above the jet stream and the warm air is below it. So you can really see this cold air getting pulled down from Canada. But then as we saw by the temperatures, you can see all of this warm air over here in the west. And so if we advance the graphic, you see that what's called a trough kind of starts to make its way out of the United States, but still leaving that big cold pool out east, which will give them all that snow. But hopefully they won't get too much. And then if we keep advancing the graphic, you can see it really doesn't move out. If we look at the current surface map, again, there is that low pressure system bringing all this weather out east. But then if you look out west, you can see there's pretty much high pressure, few scattered clouds, but not too much going on. And so if we keep looking at this low, you can see it really isn't moving that much. So they'll be getting a lot of weather over the next couple days, 48 hours to be exact. If we take a look at 6 to 10 day temperatures, you can see almost all of the United States is above average for this time of year. So hopefully a lot warmer temperatures than we've been experiencing. But as you can see, poor old California is sitting there below average. So they're kind of chilly for this time of year, but for them, that's around 70 degrees, as we saw on the surface map. You can see for precip, you can really tell where that low is because all those states where that low is sitting is getting above average precip, whereas there's spots throughout the nation that's getting below average, but pretty much everywhere else is normal. And so on that note, we'll send it back to the desk with Matt Hoffman.
All right, thank you, Liz. Coming up next, we're going to take a look at your trivia answer, and Tyler Roney has a surprise for you. Find out what it is.
I remember the moment when it first hit me. I thought, wow, this counts.
All right, welcome back. And now we're going to take a look at the trivia question and the answer. Your trivia question was, how many years could the average hurricane power the United States of America? And the answer is, what is it? Oh, it's 3 years indeed. That's quite a while. So again, hurricanes to none other than Tyler Roney with Iowa.
Oh, thank you very much, Matt Hoffman. And there are no hurricanes to speak of at this time of the year, so have no fear, everyone. But it's been interesting out there today because temperatures were actually about 10 to 15 degrees below average. Temperatures right now should be in the lower 60s, which we did not see today, which was another terrible start to a Monday, which we talked about earlier in the show. But why don't we just continue with tonight's show? Anyway, it's 46 degrees out there right now, still pretty chilly for a Monday night, and the winds are from the northwest at 20 miles an hour. So clearly another blustery night outside to be out and around, but that wind's not going to stop. That's the problem. It's going to be bad tomorrow as well. But why don't we take a look at temperatures across the state, or in this area we should say. Ankeny is sitting at 48 degrees, and as you can see off to the west a little bit, you see 55 in Atlantic, and up to Fort Dodge, 48 degrees. So temperatures are kind of hovering around the same, but it is a little bit warmer out to the west, which is a sign of things to come, starting with tomorrow and going toward the weekend. So that's a positive to look forward to as the week continues. Now, as we look at temperatures across the state, you see 47 down in Ottumwa, 45 down in Des Moines, 59 in Council Bluffs, and also 58. Well, here we go. 58 is right here in Sioux City. So clearly, like we said, it's very warmer out to the west. So not too bad out there. But lows in the state, 41 in Des Moines, and out in Council Bluffs, 45, 39 out in Sioux City. So it's been a pretty average, not so great start to the week. Now, high temperatures today. Look at this, 50 degrees in Des Moines. That's all it got up to today. Mason City only got to 46. But out in Sioux City, you see the 58 and 59 down in Council Bluffs. So not, like we said, not so great. But let's take a look at the current surface map. Try to find some positivity, if at all, in this today to go into the rest of the week. It's very windy out there, which we saw today, and it's going to continue as well as tomorrow as well. And the cooler will be sticking around, so that's not, can't rule that out. So make sure, as if you're going out tonight and tomorrow a little bit, make sure to bundle up, especially in the morning. But you see sun down to the south and up to the northeast, it's rain. But the rain will be gone now. We won't see any rain for a while. But let's take a look at the forecast surface map. Cooler conditions will prevail for now over tonight and going into tomorrow. And here's the gusty we were talking about. Those gusty winds will be around tomorrow, so try to avoid, getting blown away outside tomorrow. But here comes the positivity because there is warm up on the way. And it will be about 60 some degrees tomorrow. I think it was about 60, something like that. We'll show you later. 60 degrees, so it'll be nice tomorrow. And we'll continue with a great day. It's going to be a wonderful day out there. And look at that beach ball. The beach ball is not moving, but that's okay. You get the point. Go out and play beach ball if you want, whatever. All right, tonight it's going to be breezy out there. Look at those winds, northwest 15 to 20 miles an hour, 34 degrees. Bundle up if you go outside. And tomorrow, look at that, perfect description, quite frankly. Windy again, 61 degrees, and the wind will be continuing. Gusts are forecasted to be up near 30 miles an hour. So once again, be aware of the winds tomorrow. But after tomorrow, though, look at all that. This is going to be the greatest extended forecast in size this whole semester, because look at that. Look at that on we'll see what day. Friday, 81 degrees. There's the surprise. Can you believe it's going to be 81 here? The last time it got anywhere near, even Wednesday, the 71 was a Thursday back in, I think it was a month ago, and we got to 70 degrees. And now, look at that forecast. You really can't complain about that.
Oh, no. I think we're going to see some short shorts around.
Oh, well.
I'm thinking
Who likes short
You're going
shorts?
to be wearing short shorts?
No, not this guy. Ladies on campus, so hopefully.
Ladies only, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, this is... All right, well,
Anyway.
before we delve into anything personal, no. That's great, though. We're going to nothing but warm conditions the rest of the week, and that 81 on Friday. That's a great way to end the week.
That is really great.
That might cause a dent in studying, though, because nobody will want to go to class.
It's a good thing
degrees.
it's a good thing it's this week and not next week or the week after.
True.
But I don't know. It could be even warmer. We'll see what happens.
It's too bad it couldn't have been for this weekend for Visha. We might as well say for Visha, it was really nice weather.
It was. We avoided the rain for the most part, so that's good.
Yeah.
But there is a surprise we should look at. Let's take a look at webcam.
Oh, what?
Pull webcam up. There we are. Look at that. Oh, people are out walking. Fountain's up and running. Oh, it's still windy. Look at that tree.
Oh, look at those branches.
It's moving
Yeah.
very, very viciously.
Notice though on that tree though. Notice the buds.
Oh.
Notice it's
If we can zoom in,
I
on those
noticed
buds.
Do you notice that? Oh, that's
Our fellow,
what a great spring day.
our fellow greenery student. Oh, there we are.
Oh.
Pull on in there. There we go.
Let's feature that puppy.
Oh
right
my
there.
goodness.
Alrighty.
This will be on a cover of Home and Garden.
Oh, I
think so.
I hope so.
That was beautiful. No, it's nice to see things blooming outside, green grass. It's finally,
It really is.
getting out of the winter time.
Oh,
So
I can't wait. And we're going to update that warm forecast on Wednesday. On Wednesday, by the way.
wait a
Our
minute.
last show of the year, and the seniors will be featured prominently. We're going to say goodbye to them. But for us, I think we all want to say goodbye because this will be our last show because of the seniors.
it's true. It's very sad.
But
Who wants
anyway,
to- do we all want to say goodbye?
let's all say goodbye.
All right. Ames, it's been a pleasure.
Bye-bye now.
We will be back in force next semester. Don't you
Yes,
worry.
we will.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Goodbye.
Better than ever.